Guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Monix, and today I will be talking to you guys about why I think that Splitgate in general really should have never been a live service, as you can see with the thumbnail. And before we get into the main subject of the video, I do want to talk about something that Xbox have tweeted recently. I think it was from like a day ago or something. It got like millions of views and stuff. Like a lot of people seen it, and a lot of people actually retweeted it too, or requoted as well. And basically, I want to pull up this tweet right here if I can find it. I don't know where. I'm pretty sure I have the bookmark here. Hold up, guys. I'm very sorry about this. I should have came prepared and stuff and all this and that. And before I want to also talk about this tweet is that this tweet is also like a more of like a say so from a game called Mixtape. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm not into those type of games or whatever, so I can't really say if the game is just a fun game in general. I don't know. I never played it. I never will play it because I'm just not into those type of games. But that's basically what the tweet is trying to say, like what I'm seeing from the comment section and stuff like that. And here we go. So it says, reminder, just because you're not personally into a game doesn't mean it's a bad game. Okay, now I actually agree with this. Now, like I said, I don't know anything about mixtapes. I have no say in that. But in terms of just in general, what I'm trying to say is that this is like just 100% like facts, and basically why I agree with this is because one thing is that, okay, let's say this, right? One friend prefers Call of Duty while the other friend prefers Battlefield. Does that mean to that Call of Duty, friend, does that mean that Battlefield is just a bad game, right? Like, does that mean it's an objectively a bad game? Not really. If you're talking about in terms of personal enjoyment, which that's what most people are talking about, then that's all up to the player. That like that's really up to the player, man. I would say even the quality is technically subjective because some people may prefer older games than newer games. You know what I'm saying, right? Like that is subjective, right? Now, the only objective truth that we have is basically what like the financial side, whether a game fails or succeeds, right? Like that is all that we have right now. Like that's all we have. Or I guess you can make an argument like, oh, which game has more content than another game? Like I guess that's also another objective thing too. But that's if you're comparing though. Now, if you're just talking about, like I said, if you're just talking about personal enjoyment, which is the whole argument for this, what Xbox is saying and stuff, just personal enjoyment, that is all up to the player, right? Like it is fully 100% subjective. I think the issue is that people is trying to equate objectivity with personal enjoyment. Oh, just because I didn't get into the game, or most people didn't get into a game, like let's say 90% of people have left the game after launch, right? That doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad game to the 10% that still play it, right? And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, it's simple. It's more simple than people realize. It's because those 10% enjoy the game. They like the game. Okay, game over. That's it, right? I guess to these people, not really. And that's why I just hate this new culture of just like, oh, this game is just objectively a bad game. It's a bad game. That if most people left the game at launch, that means it's a bad game. No, it does not, man. No, it does not. Literally. You can say that. You can say that for X Defiant. You can say that for Spark and Zero. You can say that for Splitgate. You can say that for any game. Where like you can even say it for Battlefield 6. To be honest with you, where like any game that had like really good amount of players and then just had a huge drop off at the end. You know what I'm saying, right? That doesn't mean that they're necessarily a bad game. It just means that they just wasn't able to, you know, sustain like all those players. But the players that did stay, they liked the game. So I mean, yeah, and it's okay if most of those people Like, let's say the 90% of those people that tried out those games don't really like the game, or they think it's meh, whatever, or they just didn't like the game. Like, that's fine, right? But anyways, that's all I gotta say for that. Like, once again, the only objective truth that we can say about video games, well, the two, is if we're comparing video games on the amount of content, whatever, right? Or rather, we're like, let's say, like, we're talking about financial successes or flops, right? Like, those are usually the only objective truths that we should be talking about, right? In terms of objectivity. Otherwise, mostly everything else is subjective. Hey, that's why they say art. Hey, arts is subjective, right? But for real though, this is all I have to say for this front. It's way more simple. And this is a W Xbox post I've seen in a long time, to be honest with you. It's been a while since I've seen Xbox with a good take. It's been a while. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. It's more simple than people realize. I hate this hyperfixation with Steam charts, Steam DB and just Steam chart watching. I don't know why people I don't even know why this has become the norm. Like, I don't know why. But basically, like, every conversation nowadays with gaming discourse either it's just basically this. It starts with the player count and it ends with the players. When with the players count. Like, I I I, I don't know why. Like, there's not really much I can say why. I don't, like I said, it's just been crazy. Let's just say that gaming discourse for the past few years, like. But let's get into the main subject of the video, and that is why I think Splitgate should have never been a live service game. And it's just really simple, really. For the past few years, we've been seeing, even predating back to, like, I don't know, during Blacklight Retribution days, we're just seeing time and time and time again that arcade/arena shooters is not really a good, profitable genre to do with a lot of service. It's more of a thing that you should do with a content complete game, or yeah, content complete paid game, where like you just pay for this amount of money and that's it. So, because with a lot of servers, not only you're asking for money, but you're also asking for time, like a whole bunch of time. And for a lot of service, you gotta keep evolving a lot of service over time. You gotta keep updating it over time, and you gotta be not only the best live service around your genre, but also the best live service in general. So it kind of puts an extra pressure on like niche live services. So pretty much what I just wish Splitgate have done is that even just from the beginning at the start, from like original Splitgate to Arena Reloaded, whatever, right? We should have just made these games basically content complete with all the Splitgate 1 maps, or at least almost all the Splitgate 1 maps, and also all the original maps they have planned for Arena Reloaded, and or an extra category of weapons or whatever, right? Maybe also a few more progressional changes as well with the progression or whatnot, right? But otherwise, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, with arena shooters, you're not really supposed to be updating it over time, or just arcade shooters as well. Because really, those type of genres of those games, like, you just respawn and die. Like, it's not really like an extraction shooter or a battle royale where you can just, because of the gameplay loop and stuff, and it just makes people, keep coming back, right? But the thing is, though, with like arcade/arena shooters, like, people just like play it, maybe hop off. Like, it's only a very niche of people that can play arcade/arena shooters for a longer periods of time, and we've seen that, especially during modern times. It's like, it's either you play these niche titles or you go back to classic games, with these genres, right? Well, like I said, with other genres or some type of new unique shooter of its own or whatever, you can make it a live service because it's either something original, new, or it's like some type of, different gameplay loop. Basically, like, your experience will be different every time you get into a new match. That's why a lot of people like to play battle royales and extraction shooters, because you never know how the match will go out. While with arcade and arena shooters, it's pretty predictable on how matches will flow. I'm not talking about how they will go, but how they will flow, right? Like usually everyone gets into an engagement, and if it's an objective mode, then they'll play the objective while farming kills. We know it's the same thing time and time again. Well, that's pretty much all I gotta say for this video, and that's the reason why, like, I just wish it wasn't really a live service, more so of a content complete game. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And your boy Mon next gotta go. I gotta flow. Whoa.